Winning pop music megastar Taylor Swift is in the country and will tonight hit the stage in front of her biggest crowd of all time at the MCG. That's right, Taylor Swift is now responsible for our entire economy.
I don't want my mum to hear. And now I'm a little bit bankrupt, but it's worth it.
On her 7-concert Aussie tour, Taylor Swift has fans opening their hearts, minds and wallets.
I got a T-shirt, a hoodie and a bracelet.
Oh, I reckon it'd be nearly $1,500 by now. Flights, accommodation, merch, tickets, food.
With more than 85% of its accommodation booked, Taylor's 3 shows in Melbourne alone are expected to generate around $1.2 billion for the city.
We're from Sydney, Auckland, New Zealand.
I've come from Brisbane and I'm so excited to see Taylor.
To transport Swifties, Qantas has added more than 60 flights and extra trains and buses are running in both Sydney and Melbourne.
I am so excited. I actually can't believe it.
I can hardly sleep. I can hardly eat. So excited.
Australian bead sales have skyrocketed as fans make their cute as hell swappable friendship bracelets.
It's a kind of thing to like meet other Swifties as well.
How long have you been making bracelets for?
Since July.
What?
Yeah. Then there's the merch with extra marquees outside both shows to give the public what they so desperately want, Tay-Tay t-shirts.
Altogether we spent $490.
I think it was like $3 or like $4 grand. It's a part of the fun.
Merch sales netted Swift around $460 million on the US leg of her Eras tour, and local fans seem just as keen to drop some coin.
Taylor does reward her fans for spending money. And so if you have all the merch and you take the photo and you share it online, her marketing account, Taylor Nation, will give those posts attention. And fans think that that puts them on Taylor's radar. You know, it's a bit devious. We would call any other artist. She's built it so much into her.
Let the games begin. Paris tour.
On the flip side, it just kind of shows she's a really clever marketer and businesswoman, and nobody is forcing her fans to buy these things. They're doing it out of love.
How much do you love Taylor Swift?
I am just imagining that there is some little bead shop somewhere in Melbourne that's been like, oh, we're going to have to shut down. And then in July, it all turned around. And now they're multi-millionaires.
Say what you want about Taylor Swift. She's great for beads.
And then, Dad, if you can't get your daughter tickets to Tay-Tay, what do you buy her?
Well, it's very kind you mentioned the fact that I'm trying to get a ticket for my daughter for a show in Sydney. Without any success at the moment. But, you know, ring me on my mobile. They'll put the number up any minute now. Yes, no, it's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, and they talk about the inflationary effect of a Taylor Swift visit, and they're calling it funflation. So she's even coined a new economic phrase.
Look, and I know it will bring over $1 billion, they're saying, with her 7 concerts across Sydney and Melbourne. And I know that the backstory to that is they're saying, you know, we're at our lowest savings rate since 2007. Part of me looks at it from a bird's eye view and says, we were locked up for a very long time. If you're not going to spend the money on the merch, on the beads, on the concerts, you're going to be spending money elsewhere. And who knows what could happen tomorrow. So enjoy yourself and enjoy being part of the moment that it is.
But isn't it phenomenal how big she is?
She's clever.
She's clever.
She's so clever.
Oh, my God. I was on a flight this morning that was full of Swifties, and the stewardess at the end made this announcement which incorporated about 12 Taylor Swift songs. It made us about 5 minutes late for
You stood
arrival.
up and gave them a standing ovation.
If we weren't strapped in, we would have given her a standing ovation.
It's time for a break. Comedian Cameron